Hello, and welcome to our podcast where the dark corners are. Hello. I am Vina, and I am your Dark Travels hostess. Tonight, we have a
road trip with the Panda.
Boom. So tonight, we still have our special guests.
I'm special now.
Yeah.
Exceptional.
What
was it? Exceptional? Yeah.
Sorry. Downgraded.
It's happy. I'm happy to be here. It's awesome. We're having a lot of fun.
Right. Aaron.
Yes,
Aaron.
Aaron.
The local celebrity. Do you get like coupon discounts when you go into restaurants and stuff?
No, but sometimes I'll get the senior discount because they look at my age.
Oh.
Like, I'm not that old yet. No, I don't get that. Nope. Although some people will stop me like, hey, you sound familiar.
Right.
That's all I get.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to pump you up, but what is?
I don't like to talk big about myself, okay?
All right.
Okay. But you guys do a really cool thing here, so I'm happy to be here, actually. This is pretty cool stuff.
Happy
right.
to have you. So you've been doing this kind of talking for how long?
I talk for a living.
Yeah, you talk for a living, so.
It's what I do. I just run my mouth, and I get paid.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like magic.
It's like cool.
It's a pretty...
And then I go home, and people are like, shut up.
You talked all day. You've talked out.
Yeah. You've used all your words for the day. Stop. So, yeah, this is kind of cool. I like it. Thank you for letting me come.
And, I mean, it is a slight different format than what you're accustomed to.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Yes, we have deadlines, and you know what you say, it goes out there on live air. It just does. So you have you kind of have the I don't know,
the pressure.
No, I think we have a slight advantage.
For us,
you have an advantage of editing things out.
Correct.
However, sometimes you still got to make it flow. So sometimes you don't.
Right. Well, I mean,
you can't just jump from one part of the conversation to the other. So
correct.
So it's kind of still the same.
And would you believe, and not to jinx myself, but sometimes the machine will cut out like the most important part. The killer was, and then it cuts out. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, but that's a rare occasion. I should probably touch wood.
Well, there you go. Good job.
All right.
Plaster.
Yeah, plaster.
There's wood.
There's wood on your chair.
Oh,
there you go.
That is correct. There is wood on my chair.
There you go.
Okay, so speaking of road trips with the Panda, tonight we're going to talk about haunted roads.
Scary roads.
I love this topic.
It was actually your topic.
For those who aren't watching, she's looking at me like, you gonna say it? Yes.
So it was part of like the contractual agreement for Aaron to be here. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to listen.
No. You can't say, hey, you have any ideas? And I threw some out. You're like, okay, let's do it. Okay. I'm like, okay. Which I'm surprised.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, I usually don't have good ideas. So.
He's like, no one ever takes my ideas.
Yeah. So it's good to be heard.
Well, anyways, I'm beginning to sense Aaron's got some underlining issues.
I see my therapist on Thursdays.
Anywho, so speaking of road trips, we'll kick it off with your road trip.
Okay.
Where are we going?
My road trip is happening in West Virginia, and this is the early 1930s. Okay, so my road trip deals with, so we're talking about haunted roads, and the person who haunts this road is Mammy Thurman, and she haunts 22 Mine Road in West Virginia. Now, so a little bit about Mammy. She was married to a police officer, and by day, she's like the perfect wife. She goes to church, she does community service. She does all that stuff. However, when her husband goes to work at night, because he's a police officer and has the night shift, she turns a little dark a little bit. She has an affair
Oh.
no.
with her landlord, Harry Robinson.
Oh, Harry's getting it.
Oh, yes. So, and they've been doing this for about 2 years. Now, after her death, people started talking. I think people just started talking smack, like, oh, she had an affair. Oh, well, then she was all, she was always at the speakeasies and all this kind of stuff. I think that part's rumor, and I don't buy into it too much. But so the story goes, she was also kind of at night, she was at all the speakeasies and clubs, and apparently she doesn't get any sleep at all.
Right.
So I don't know how that works out, but
She's too tired to do all these things. That's why she's perfect during the day.
yes. So anyway, but what we can confirm is that she did have an affair with her landlord at the time, and it was going on for about 2 years. And also living in the attic, and so they're on the same premises. And in the attic, working for Harry Robinson was his handyman / chauffeur, Clarence Stevenson. And so one night, she was last seen on June 21st, 1932 at 9 p.m. at the local theater, all by herself, wearing a blue dress with white polka dots. The next morning, she was found while someone was picking berries along the road, 22 Mine Road. Her body was found. Her body was pretty well messed up. She was stabbed. Her throat was slit from ear to ear, and she was shot point blank in the head twice.
So someone was very angry.
I get that. It wasn't like, and also to confirm that it wasn't robbery, she was found, her purse was not too far from her body, and it was found with $9 in it, and also still on her body was her engagement ring and wedding band. So it wasn't robbery. So
Someone was sending a message.
Someone had some anger issues with
Right.
her. Okay. So, and again, rumor had it that she wasn't just seeing Harry, but that's all rumor. But what's confirmed, it was Harry that she was seeing. So her body was found in just horrible conditions. And so the investigation launches, and they go to Harry's house, and they find blood in his house. They find blood in the car. Also, what appeared to be bullet holes. A bullet hole.
Right. So we think Harry's the
wall.
guy.
So Harry's, yeah. Hold on, though.
Okay.
Okay. So they arrest Harry and Clarence.
The butler.
The butler, right? So they arrest both of them and go through all the investigations. Harry is let go, exonerated, while Clarence is found guilty. Now, also to back things up, so this is, I guess, the South. This would be the South, right?
West Virginia, yeah.
West Virginia in the 1930s, and Clarence is black.
Oh.
So it's all bad.
Got him.
It's all bad for Clarence. It's all bad for him.
So it was Harry.
Yes. So later, an attorney, George Morrison Jr., and a retired assistant district attorney, decided to do his own investigation, write a book about the
murder.
The murder. And he found that there's no way Clarence could have done it because of his physical abilities, because he just wasn't as strong or whatever, right? There's no way. And he proved that in the book, although they didn't go into too much detail on how he proved it. They just said, yeah, it was not him. So they believe it was a cover-up, because Harry was a well-known man around town.
Well, it sounds like she was a well-known woman around town.
Apparently, so the story goes anyway. But
she was clubbing it. So, I
don't know
she's
that.
not clubbing by herself.
Well, we don't know it. Well, she did go. She was seen at the theater by herself.
That was the last time that someone had seen
So
her.
was she waiting for somebody?
That's exactly. If she's doing all this stuff at night by her, quote unquote, by herself, she's hooking up. She's waiting.
Right. I just for me, I think people talk. When someone's like, "Oh, hey, they did that." Oh, and then people start and they
Expand
it. Oh, yeah, I saw her last week with so and so.
Yeah, it's a bad game, a telephone game.
Yeah, and everybody has to up the other person's story. Oh, yeah, well, I saw her at the supermarket. So I kind of feel like there's rumor kind of took over.
Right.
So I think there is proven there was an affair, and it was all bad. So here's the thing. Some people don't know if it was. Some people, they don't believe it was Clarence, but some people believe it was Harry.
And maybe the husband.
And some people believe that Harry's wife, Louise, found out.
Oh, he was married too.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. They found that she found out, and she got together with Clarence and said, "Hey, you need to help me get rid of her." So that's the other theory.
I don't know.
There's definite rage in this situation. So.
Yeah, but women aren't known to slit throats. It's not a common thing.
Well,
just stabbing, kind of like in the back area. Because that checks out. Yeah, I agree with you. The women are not so, not that kind of violent. I would agree.
See, and the other thing, too, that's very baffling is the killer or killers exercise two forms of execution: the slitting of the throat and the 2 bullets in the head.
And also the stabbing.
Right, but I mean, was
right.
the stabbing fatal, or was it just...
That's not defined. They just said that the body was stabbed multiple times, throat was slit from ear to ear, and 2 blunt shots to the head.
See,
Someone has anger issues. So
yes, right. It could have been the wife, but
I don't. Yeah.
Typically, we aren't throat slitters. We're just not.
You speak for the
all
murderers.
Is there like a group that I know about? I need to make sure my wife's not going.
Yeah.
Honey, where are you going? Going to the store. Yeah. Okay.
Why you got that knife?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. So, obviously, her spirit is not at rest.
Right.
So, there have been signs of a woman walking along the road, taking rides, going downhill. Always, for some reason, going downhill. So she hops a ride with someone downhill, and for some reason, they never talk about the conversations they had. They just say, "Yeah, I picked up this lady, and she was wearing a polka dot dress. But by the time I get to the bottom of the hill, she disappears."
Interesting.
Yeah, that's all that I have on that, and I don't know why they don't talk. Like, what'd you talk about?
I can't be like, I think it's her. I think it's her. We should ask her, who killed you?
Right. And then other times people just see her running in the forest as in the area where they found her body, and she's crying and moaning. And sometimes, most of the time, people just hear it, but occasionally people will see it.
Okay.
And then someone said they went by there because there's a legend, so they went by there to take pictures of the area, and on the internet you can see it, but there are orbs in the area. See orbs. And also there's a few people have done it, and I've seen a few of these videos online, but they say if you park your car at this one spot, your car, and you put it in neutral, take your foot off the brake, your car will roll uphill. Uphill.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa.
Now this is weird. I think this part is weird, but this is what they say. Mm-hmm. That it's Mammy pushing the car 10 feet. Why is she pushing the car 10 feet? I don't know. I don't know. But it's at this one particular spot. Now, one person said they're pretty sure it's an optical illusion because I've seen the video. You can see it. It looks like it's going uphill. But she says it's got to be an optical illusion. But for Mammy's memory, she's just going to believe it's her.
Okay.
So, yeah. This
is like a really good mystery because, again, you have 2 forms of murder. And that's not normal. One suffices normally.
Right.
So, I mean, did the throat slashing not suffice? And then they were like, well, it's time to get the guns.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if they feel like they have a chance to live, why? You're risking everything, so you got to make sure they're done.
Right.
Just because a throat slit doesn't mean it's done right.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know of anybody who's had their throat slit. So
it still survived, right? Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good. I mean,
they don't usually make
it. Sorry, pal, you're a goner.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know which came first.
Right.
But yeah, they say yeah.
This is a good mystery, unsolved
Yeah.
mystery there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go to West Virginia and ask her.
We
Well, you
should.
can. I'm not going.
I'm not.
I'm not giving her a ride.
I don't know why anyway. Well, I guess it was early in the legend when people would give her rides.
Word. I
Right,
mean, hitchhiking these days is not a wise idea.
Yeah.
We learned that a lot in the 70s and 80s.
Yes.
All right, Panda, what you got?
So mine's definitely not as conspiracy wide or anything, but mine's pretty straightforward. I went to New Jersey, located in Totowa, New Jersey. I don't know if that was a name for that, but I guess New Jersey. So when I was doing my research for this, New Jersey is kind of a hot spot for multiple different folklore legends and ghost roads and I mean everything from top to bottom. There's even a place they deem Midget Town.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on in Jersey,
Yeah.
New Jersey. The Hill Jackal. Have you guys heard of this?
Mm-mm.
He's kind of like they kind of think he's like Satan-ish. He's just jumping around. There's a place called the Pine Barrens, and there's a lot of weird things that go on in this area, this forest, the pine
Mm-hmm.
area. Anyway, good.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, but yeah, there's just literally it's almost like a ghost passport or supernatural passport.
A portal.
Well, no, passport.
Okay.
Like you buy it and then you check off where you've been on this passport.
Oh, okay.
I was with you, Vina. I'm like, I think you mean portal.
No, it's a human-made thing. I
Okay.
swear. There's this whole repertoire and like, what's the best way to put it? Just they live off of this. The New Jersey, they're accepting that we have these weird things. Come do this route all across New Jersey to come see this.
Wow.
So, but one of the stops is called Annie's Road. It's in Totowa. The road is officially called Riverview Drive, and on this drive, it's since colonial days, it's always had rumors of ghosts and supernatural events occurring on this road. It just happens to be near a river and a graveyard. So on this road, there's graveyard, river running along with it. So there's bound to be some poor souls who just got lost here. In the 1960s, a girl named Annie was returning from prom with her date, and they got in a huge fight. And the prom date kicks her out of the car in the middle of the night and tells her just walk home. So,
What a dick.
well,
Yeah.
maybe she did something,
No.
Maybe she wouldn't do something.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
so,
maybe.
okay.
So, either way, so she's walking
Thank
home
you, Aaron.
in the dead of night, walking home, and as she's passing the graveyard, a pickup truck just happens to be coming by and hits Annie and drags her approximately 50 feet down the road and mangles her body, leaving on the right side of the road near the guardrail what would become known as the red track, essentially.
Her blood.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she obviously didn't make it, but to this day, since the accident, people have claimed to see her walking down the road in her white dress near the graveyard and where the red blood was. People, so like when you look at images now, people come and paint right there to symbolize that's where it happened. So it's kind of morbid that these people do this, but it brings plenty of people to come check it out. So there's been multiple ghost hunters and investigators to come look to see this. So they've taken pictures just like Aaron's. They've seen orbs. There's even a picture done by a YouTuber named Conspiracy Insomniac, and then he's doing videos and random pictures, and he actually captures what appears to be her next to a tree, but I mean, it could also be an optical illusion. It's just a still picture, so there's no proof to see if it's not actually. But it looks legit. It looks cool. So unfortunately, that's the only real evidence they have of any sort of supernatural thing. But it's already been a hot spot, and she just adds to it, especially how gruesome her death was.
Yeah. I almost did this one. So
well, it's good that you did work out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really interesting story. Yeah.
She was dragged 50 feet. You didn't notice. You didn't even notice that you hit her in the first place?
Well, maybe he thought it was an animal, and then, and also so they state that there's also screams over there of her if you stay out there in the woods, which I mean, I'm good. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So mine is actually in Scotland. And in fact, there's they have a couple. Like so I haven't been to Scotland yet, but it is on
Yet.
the list.
Yes.
Correct.
There you
You've
go.
been to 2 out of the 3 United Kingdom spots.
Correct. Well, no, just one. So so the United Kingdom consists of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland.
Oh, well, you've been to Ireland
Yeah,
and
but
England.
The part that I was in had nothing to do with United Kingdom. They're like, we're free. Fuck you, Britain. Anyway. So
Either way.
Like, okay.
You're good.
I love your commentary. Okay.
in Scotland, the first one I came across is the A9, and this is in the Scottish Highlands. And apparently, and this was kind of like a reoccurring story, this particular road has sightings of ornate coaches and horses and people from the 1700s, 1800s, because they're wearing not only the attire of that time, but wigs. Like the footmen, of the coaches are wearing wigs and the outfits that would be associated. In addition to this era of time, people have seen a man dressed in Victorian clothing, on a horse doing his ghostly thing at a place called the Mound between Dornoch and Golspie. But that's the A9. However, Scotland has what I guess they define as a ghost road. This road is the A75. It is the Kinmount Strait, and we're talking from Dumfries and Galloway. So if you go between Carrutherstown and Annan, that's basically the main gist of the paranormal activity. And as far back as 1957, people have been reporting ghost entities and crazy scenarios happening while these people are driving along this stretch of road. In fact, one of the first reports in 1957 involved a truck driver. He was, trucking along, and he believed he hit an actual couple who were walking arm in arm along the road. But when he was like, oh my God, hopped out, there was nobody
Nothing
to
there.
be seen.
Yeah.
They were completely gone. So, this particular road has phantom hitchhikers, wild dogs, crazy cats, and even to the point where these entities in the form of humans will dart in front of the cars, and the cars will stop to, oh my God, I've just hit somebody, and then there not be anybody there. And the police themselves, and my assumption is this was going on long before 57, but economics and whatnot, who knows how many cars were on the road back then in Scotland, but also telecommunication, where the phone lines finally kind of up versus not having a connection to law enforcement, to respond. But my point is that basically since then, the police in the area actually get a lot of phone calls that they even run over a man in a tweed suit who's crossing the road right in front of them. So just a lot of weird things going on. But the one story that kind of stood out actually happens in 1962 with these two brothers, Derek and his brother Norman Ferguson. They were driving back to Annan because they had been visiting their dad or trying out their dad's car. And that's when things basically go batshit crazy on them. First, this hen flies at their windshield, and when they stop to kind of take a look at things, there's nothing. There's no evidence of even the hen being there. And then this ghostly woman comes at them, charging at the car. And again, you blink and the woman's gone. But as they're kind of standing there and trying to figure things out, they're hearing strange screaming. They're hearing cackling in the air. Mm-hmm. And they would claim that there's this wind that's surrounding the car and rocking the car. And at some point in time, it was shaking the car to the point where they were they're getting motion sickness. And then if that's not enough, they reportedly claim that all these phantom animals, including really strange wildcats, as well as various other creatures. I don't know what other creatures are. Were just kind of there, crossing the road, in the road. They're swerving around the road. And Derek will even go on to claim that something was trying to take control of the car and trying to take over the steering wheel. And he's fighting with it. And all of a sudden he sees like this furniture van truck coming at them. And then all of a sudden the van is actually about to collide with them. And then they kind of pass right through and there's no van.
Man.
Nope.
And believe it or not, the story of the furniture van actually kind of came up by several people have reported having this collision with this, not imaginary, but this phantom truck as well. And as they're sharing their story, one of the interesting things that they get told during the Second World War, the road itself for some reason, had been long associated with witchcraft. But even another driver back in 1957 had thought that they had seen a man dressed in Victoria clothing. And he had gotten so close to the man, because he thinks he's hitting the man, that he could see that the man's missing an eye. And I mean, this just progresses. In the 70s, a couple of women reported seeing like this very strange figure out in the road. Again, just a lot of weird entities on the road that people are almost hit, think that they're going to hit. And it's continued. In 1995, Garston and Monica Miller were driving and they see this very strange figure in front of them. And the man was dressed in like a Hessian sack, kind of just out of place, out of space, out of time. And they think they hit him and, they call the police and like, oh my God. Like 2 years later, kind of the same thing with a woman named Donna Maxwell. She's driving on the road with her kids in the back. And this man wearing a red top and dark trousers just steps right out in front of her car, kind of out of nowhere. And she hits the brakes thinking she hit him. And again, she hops out of the car and there's nobody there. But I think the one thing that would scare me the most is the screaming old lady. People have reported this screaming old lady. Oh, no. So just Victorian style people, guy missing an eye, a screaming lady, flying hens, just really, truly insane. It's like literally like to avoid the 75 if you can. And then the very interesting one was the people have seen what they consider like a parade of medieval people pushing their carts.
Oh, wow.
Bring out your dead kind of carts along the road. In fact, there was a story regarding a driver who they called trucks their lorries,
Oh.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you say, I'll believe you.
He was driving his lorry, his truck, when he saw this parade of like medieval people along the road. He was like, fuck it, I'm not driving anymore. Yeah. So he gave up driving. So it's almost like you're stepping into their time zone while they're...
Right, they're living their lives on this road.
Right.
It sounds like they're going through their own catastrophic events,
right.
Like the animals running away from something.
Wow. Correct.
So that's pretty terrifying.
I would be very curious to know if there had been like an abusive like circus owner person there, like a B.T. Barnum and Bailey scenario, where the animals made their escape because of all the abuse or whatever. I can imagine.
I mean, Scotland has a lot of dark history in between the roads of travel. To cannibalism, to events like that, like
right.
There's so much space in between these cities, especially back then mostly, but so many things could happen on those roads.
Do you know what the national animal of Scotland is? I bet you'll never guess.
The groundhog. I took a shot.
Yeah,
we're not in Pennsylvania anymore.
Yeah, that guy lied. That groundhog lied. Side note.
Yeah,
that's
he did.
Again. Either way, what is it?
It's the unicorn.
Oh, what the heck?
What? Really? Is that?
Yes, I'm not lying. Why would I make that up?
For
Good
views.
point.
Yeah.
Just to see if I'd be dumb enough to take it. Let's see how dumb Aaron is.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought
This
it.
is how they treat their special guests.
Yeah.
The unicorn, huh?
Yes. In fact, I want to say there's even video. I don't know if it was Ireland or Scotland. It was a huge, when it came out, of, and again, I always wonder, why is the camera even on?
Yeah.
Why is the camera pointing in that direction? Why? There's
Why
why is it on? Who put it there? What purpose did they
And
have?
you brought this up before.
Right, and in
Yes.
what direction? And why is it in the direction that it is? But if you Google this, you will see the video. And I don't know. I don't think anyone's disproven it. So
What? Did they saw a unicorn?
yeah, the
Uh-oh.
unicorn came down from the
What?
mountain
No.
and played with his
Pegasus?
horses.
Was it Pegasus?
No, it was no.
Oh.
Pegasus have wings.
Yeah, but you say it came down.
No, like you
No.
see it trotting
Oh,
down.
okay. That just floated down.
Do unicorns fly? I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, it was trotting.
The horn's supposed
Oh.
to have magical capabilities. So.
Down the hill.
Down the hill, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was flying.
Yeah. It sounded like it was floating down the hills. Like.
The magically delicious kind. Okay.
Wow. See, so I kind of have a different take. It seems like these ghosts are messing with the living. Like, hey, check this out. I'm gonna go right in front of that car.
Correct. Correct.
There's some jokester out
Okay,
there.
now lay down like this.
Well, they gotta get
Ooh,
their
right through me.
Hate it when that happens.
Hate it.
So yeah, I mean, if I get the opportunity, this is definitely a road that I would love to check out.
Would you walk it?
Walk.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how long the walk
Well,
is.
yeah. So I remember.
Depends.
I know you
Is it
were.
a mile, 2 miles.
I know.
I remember when we was research. I actually came upon this one, and I was like, "That's crazy." So we'll avoid that one. But it's long.
I would be tempted.
At least
I'd be tempted to go check it out as well.
Right. If they had like a pool over where I can kind of hang out, set up some cameras,
and
you
watch
know.
other people suffer.
Yeah. They got him. They got him.
I'd walk it in the daytime.
Would you?
Nighttime? No. I'm
Oh
out.
man,
I'm out.
nighttime is rough. Nighttime's even when we go to Virginia City at night, it still gets rough. No.
I don't like it when I can't see things.
Yeah.
I gotta see something coming at me.
Well,
So.
I think that's their favorite point is that you don't see it coming. It's too late. You know, I once hit a deer and we saw the collision was going to happen. The deer saw me. I saw it. We knew the collision was going to happen. And we both started screaming at each other as I'm braking to avoid it. And it was just a horrible feeling. It was like a sick, horrible feeling. And
It's like you're reliving it because you're holding your side.
And so I can empathize with these people who think they just hit a human being or a wildcat or a guy with a missing eye. I mean, yeah, that would be my.
That's crazy. You win.
Okay.
Yours is pretty good. Wow, that's crazy.
So that's it. That is what we have for you tonight. Do you want to do Facebook?
Do Facebook?
Yeah.
What do you mean Facebook?
We have a Facebook page.
Where the dark corners are, Facebook. Yes. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
so unprepared.
Yeah. Just threw you in the spot like that.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Facebook?
So we have a Facebook page.
You have a Facebook page where the dark corners are.
And if you are curious and or interested,
Yeah, or have concerns, apparently. If you have concerns about us. Hey, you guys need to see a shrink.
Yeah.
You can voice your concerns on that page.
That's right.
but if you have a serial killer or story
yes.
or a town you want us to do an episode on,
Yeah,
send
more
us a
Jersey
request.
stories.
Yeah. I think there's even a whole podcast called Weird Jersey based on all the stuff
Yeah,
that
something
goes.
weird like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. And anyways, you could send us your requests to our email at wherethedarkcornersare@gmail.com. Final thoughts, Aaron,
Thanks for letting me hang with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
It was all kinds of fun.
right?
Yeah.
And I bet you thought it was going to be boring.
No. I knew it was going to be fun because I always have you guys on my show
Right.
on Live at 5. And you can hear that on SierraDailyNews.com. See, I can't even remember my own stuff. You want me to remember your stuff?
You're all Facebook.
Yeah. What's Facebook?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love having you guys on. We'll have to get you guys on our show when when we have time.
Well, we like having you here. It seemed like you had a great time. And
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
good topics. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It was
Cool.
good stories to go
All
through.
right.
So
And now I know the places to avoid at night.
yes.
Good to know.
Scotland,
Good
New
to know.
Jersey.
Next time I'm in Scotland, I'm like, don't go down that road.
Final thoughts, Panda.
Yeah, I would like to walk just to try it out, just to see.
You got to walk it.
But I ain't doing it alone though.
All right.
Oh, I hit a bird too on the road once.
Oh my God.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't hit it, but we were going cross country, and it was like a hawk or something, and it looks like it was trying to get something in the road, and it sprawled out, so it covered our whole windshield. So when you said they hit a ghost bird, I was like, oh shit, I'm not the only one who's hit.
Okay.
All the driver said was, "Oh shit!" And then I look up, and there's this bird wingspan out, covered the whole windshield.
Okay. Wow.
I'm just saying, it sparked a traumatizing memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys locked eyes.
Yeah.
It's traumatic.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want more trauma, just keep coming back.
Yeah.
All right. So until next time, please remember, only the few can find the beauty in the darkness, which is where we hope to meet you, where the dark corners are.